Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to have you guys here. I have some big news I've been holding back from telling you guys on YouTube, but I have finally announced on Instagram and Facebook and to all of our family and friends, and so now I am announcing here on YouTube. I asked on my Instagram if anybody was interested in following my pregnancy journey and story, and so many people had said yes, so I figured I would make this video and other videos to follow along with my pregnancy journey to keep you guys updated and in the loop of what it's really like to be pregnant and what it's like for me, because every woman has a different experience. So this is my experience. I am currently 14 weeks pregnant and I'm super excited about it, and so is my husband and our family, and we're really blessed. And I wanted to back up though and tell you guys how this all kind of started and the plan that we had in place. So this is actually a planned pregnancy and we were trying for it. So 3 months prior to trying, I started taking prenatals to help me get my body ready and have all the vitamins right. I started actually gaining a little bit of weight on purpose to have a higher body fat percentage, so that way it'd be easier for my body to become pregnant. And then we tried our first cycle. It didn't happen. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to happen because my period was really late by 10 days. And so I thought that I was pregnant and I was super confused, but I kept taking tests and they kept showing negative, and it was really hard to see that and deal with that. So I feel for all of the women that are struggling and who have been struggling for, weeks or months or years. I can totally sympathize for all the women out there, and I will pray for you. Comment down below if you have been struggling to get pregnant. I would love to know and would love to send prayers your way and help bless you so that you can get pregnant and carry to full term. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my second cycle and how that happened. I track my basal body temperature and some other ways that you can track using the natural family method, or natural family planning is what it's called. And I've been doing that for 3 years, I believe, and have been off birth control for 3 years as well. I made that decision to stop birth control because my body had side effects to every birth control that I would try, and then it just seemed that I would need other medications to fight the side effects of birth control that it was creating, which other medications have side effects too. So that just sounded like a downward spiral. So I found a natural way to manage not getting pregnant for 3 years, and that really did work for us. If you guys are interested in hearing more about that, let me know in the comments and I can make a video on how I went about doing the natural family planning and how I kept preventing pregnancy from happening until we were ready. So when we were ready, I knew exactly what to do and what to look for, and it made it a really smooth transition for us. All we had to do was try at that point. And so I found out that I was pregnant, and well, here, let's back up. So I was running late. My period was running late. And I knew that we had tried to get pregnant, and I was also really concerned because I was having severe cramps and I didn't understand why. And it was like mild cramping for about a week, and then it was like severe cramps one night when I was in bed, and I never had felt anything like that before, and I literally thought that maybe something was wrong, like I had a cyst or something and it ruptured, and maybe it was just like something I've never experienced before and something wasn't right. And it was very painful and very uncomfortable. Luckily, it stopped and I was able to go to sleep that night and rest. And I had that next day I had called the OBGYN and made an appointment and like expressed my concerns and stuff about it, and it's definitely not normal for me. So I was nervous to figure out like what the heck was going on with my body, and why am I in pain, and I didn't understand. So at this point I thought that, you know, there's no way that I was pregnant because these are like severe cramps. I literally thought my period would probably come or something was just not right with my body, and I was concerned. And so the next day I was actually just like around the house, and I was kind of noticing like my nipples got really hard, and I didn't understand why, because that's never ever happened to me. And it was like uncomfortable, like hardness of the nipple. And so I was deciding, it was like midday too, and I was like, well, this is super weird, I've never experienced this before, so maybe I am pregnant. And I went upstairs and took the pregnancy test, and there it was, like it said I was pregnant, and I couldn't believe it. I was so happy and so like just like overwhelmed with emotion. So I just showered and got ready for my day and thought about how I would tell my husband, and if I should wait to tell him or tell him right away. And after I got out of the shower, I just got ready, got dressed, and then came downstairs and I got like little scarves for the dogs, because like I said, we were planning this pregnancy, so I wanted to be prepared of a cute way to tell him for when it did happen. And he didn't know that I had purchased these scarves either, so it was a surprise for him. So I put the scarves on the dogs and got him to come downstairs, and he saw the dogs and brought the scarf, and he was so happy and excited and shocked. And I showed him the positive test, and it was just a really awesome experience to be able to tell him and share that moment of joy together. I'm currently seeing if you'll come downstairs. I am so freaking excited. I'm so anxious, and my stomach's like funny feeling. Oh gosh, I don't know how you're gonna respond, but I'm sure you'll be excited. And the dog's got cute little bandanas on. So let's see if you'll come downstairs. What'd she get? What's it say?
Mom and Dad are getting me a human.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Say, I love you. I love you. Good boy. He's a good boy. You're a good boy. And yeah, so we're super excited, and that is how the announcement went with him. And then we tried to keep it a secret from most of our family and friends until 11 weeks. And at 11 weeks, that's when we had told our parents, and we got to tell them and show them our ultrasound picture and everything, because we did that at 9 weeks.
A little bit better.
Are you gonna make our evening better? Get the hell out of here!
Yay! Cool. You might want to go back outside.
Yes, yeah, we don't know the gender yet, but it's coming.
Oh, congratulations. Thanks, baby. Congratulations. You don't know. You still don't.
A baby!
You're gonna be a grandpa.
May 13th.
Dad might have to share a birthday. He might have to share a
Yeah,
birthday.
he might have to.
I think Uncle Richard.
Cole, get out of that.
You're gonna share it, Andy.
You're gonna be an uncle. You feel old yet?
A little too old now.
And so I was super excited about that, and was so happy to tell them and to tell our grandparents as well that they were going to now be great grandparents for the very first time. So that was an amazing thing to share and tell them. And yeah, so that is that story. How I felt during the first trimester of my pregnancy was that I was really tired. I had cramping in, you know, like my uterus area and also in my back, and I would have to put a heating pad on me like all the time. I would just lay it down on my back or my stomach, like when I would lay down to go to sleep at night. And then I tried taking like warm showers, so like a water run on my back and a warm bath and not a hot bath, because you shouldn't get in hot baths when you're pregnant, to try to help alleviate the pain. And I had some cramping in my calves and feet actually, which was really surprising. I didn't think that would happen, but it did. And I was extremely bloated. Like, I think I looked more pregnant the first like 9 weeks to 10 weeks. I think I was so bloated that I looked more pregnant than I do now, which is really crazy. But so I was super bloated, cramping, craving pickles, and like I think I ate some like weird sandwich that I tried to make, like cheese and pickles and bread, and like we didn't have mayo, so I used ranch. It was really weird. But the one thing that has been consistent of cravings have been tomatoes for me, and that's like the sauce in pizza, or like spaghetti sauce, or like macaroni and stewed tomatoes. Those are so good together. And so I just really have been craving tomatoes for some odd reason. I made like tomato like soup, like a summer tomato soup, and then salsa. I don't know, it was just super weird, but really have been loving tomatoes, which is weird because I really don't like tomatoes that much. So and then I am also still craving a sub with like deli meat on it, like turkey deli meat or like an Italian sub or something like that. And I don't really eat subs at all, so it's super weird for me to crave that. However, when you're pregnant, they say not to eat deli meat. And I forget the exact word for that, but it starts with an L, and there's a bacteria that can be found in deli meat that can make you really sick when you're pregnant. So I've been trying to do my best to not eat any deli meat. However, I've been like craving it so bad, so I'm sure as soon as this baby comes out, I'm gonna eat like a bunch of subs. So yeah, I think those are like the only things that have been seriously craving. I have had some food aversions, which is chicken. I think that was the first thing that I didn't want, which is really weird for me because I eat chicken all the time. Like literally every day, twice a day is like my normal amount of chicken to eat, and now I am not eating it like hardly ever. And if I do eat it, it has to be like fried chicken from like Chick-fil-A, or like chicken tenders or something that are also fried. I can't have like a chicken breast. I have ate like shredded chicken, and that has been fine and healthy. But other than that, like I can't, and I can't bear myself to make the chicken either. So that's been a real struggle because I don't want to deal with the smell or the texture of it touching my hands. Yeah, I don't know. It just really grosses me out. And then I was really loving coffee and have loved coffee like basically my whole life. As soon as my parents let me start drinking coffee, I have had like a cup a day for like a very long time. I mean, there's been periods of time in my life where I had to go without coffee for different reasons, but for the most part, I have had coffee like all the time. And before I got pregnant, I was drinking multiple cups of coffee to get myself through the day. And I just really enjoy coffee. It makes me feel comfortable and cozy too. So that was something hard for me to do, was I started restricting the amount of coffee that I allowed myself before I got pregnant. And then actually when I got pregnant, I started to not even want to drink coffee at all. So that's been super weird because I love coffee. But just recently I've started going back to having about a cup a day, and sometimes I don't even finish the cup of it. So it's just a hit or miss with the coffee thing. But that has been, I think, the biggest like updates about being pregnant in my first trimester, other than the symptoms that I have been feeling, other than cramping and the cravings have been, and bloating. So I've had cramping, bloating, acne breakouts, which I have makeup on right now, but you can see on my chin here, it's super broken out. Like my chin does not really break out like that. And so I have lots of acne, which is really crappy. But, you know, I would trade acne over, you know, like I would rather have acne than have like morning sickness. So I haven't experienced morning sickness at all, which has been amazing, and super freaking blessed about that. I feel so bad for all the women that do experience morning sickness. So, and I also have had like sore boobs. My boobs have definitely grown. They're a lot bigger than they were. And they are really sensitive sometimes throughout this pregnancy, but also more so in like the very first few weeks after finding out. I think now they're not as sore as they were. I mean, sometimes there's like a sore spot, but other than that, it's really not that bad. You wanna come up here? Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Hi, bud. Hi. You want to say hi too? Come here. The doggies are so big now. I forgot to tell you guys my biggest symptom of all. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I almost forgot that. My biggest symptom has been fatigue. I've been so freaking tired. It's been awful. I wake up exhausted, feeling like I could sleep forever, but then I can't even take a nap during the day. And I just feel so drained and exhausted, and I have no energy to like even get dressed or like do things. It just has been really, really hard for me. So that has been a really big struggle, but I think my energy levels are increasing, and I've read that they do increase the second trimester, so hopefully that's true for me. And I'm hoping that I can get a lot of work done and put things out there for everyone. And Koa's being, he's being an attention hog right now. But I am excited to build more content on Instagram for all of my followers, and to make YouTube videos to keep you guys updated about my pregnancy journey. So if you guys want to hear more about my pregnancy journey and what it is like, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, so that way you can follow me along in the other videos that I post. If you didn't know this already and you just came here for this video, I have other videos up on my channel of workouts that you guys could watch of learn how to exercise with proper form, and some vlogs that are kind of old but kind of funny to watch. And I'm hoping that I can make more content on here for you guys. But before I get off here, I know you guys are so freaking curious, so I'm going to show you guys my bump now. It is not as big some, but everybody's bumps are different. So this is what I got going on. I'm not pushing it out or anything. That's it. So it's my bump. I can show you guys what it looks like. This. So that's it. Not a whole lot going on. I can still like heighten and see my abs a little bit at the top, but other than that, like this is what I got going on. This is my pregnancy look for 14 weeks, and I'm super excited and blessed to be pregnant, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.